Hello, this is Michaela or Studious Octopus, and I'm here today doing the catch-up for the February 2017 UK GlossyBox. It was the limited edition Love Valentine's Day box, which had the super cute packaging, which I did really like. And we got 5 items, almost all of them full size, apart from the hair one. But I'll just go through one item at a time, talking about what I actually thought now that I've been able to use it for about 3-4 weeks. So first off was the Jean Arthès, so Jean Arthès L'Eau de Rose perfume, which is RRP £20, and we got 30 millilitres, and this is an Eau de Parfum, which isn't quite the highest tier of perfume concentrate that you can get, but isn't the lowest. I did end up looking that up. It's a nice enough perfume, rose flavoured. I think the worst you could say about it is it's a little generic, but it's definitely not offensive. It doesn't smell overpowering, it doesn't smell too old-fashioned. It's a nice enough rose perfume. I've actually, I suspect, been pretty generous with spraying it. I think because when you don't buy something, you don't feel like you worry so much about its value, which I do think is sort of the important thing about sort of talking about the price of the items you get and the price that you're actually paying. That does, I think, still affect your decision, even if you're telling yourself it shouldn't or you're telling yourself it doesn't. So yeah, nice enough. Next up was the Theory of Volcanoes Noir Eterne Youth Potion Face Scrub, which I have slightly mixed feelings about. I do still think it's a shame that you get this big packet and it doesn't feel very full, because it's just, it looks like you're getting more than you are. I don't think it's unreasonable to go, oh, this is kind of empty, that's a shame, even though yes, you might still be actually getting the quoted weight on the front. It still feels a little dishonest in one way or another, which is a shame because I actually really like the scrub. You put it on as sort of, it does feel like a light clay mask. It doesn't feel too irritating, and then yeah, you scrub your face and it changes colour actually quite a bit. It goes really dark, and for me personally it's actually quite abrasive, so I don't think I would recommend actually for most people to use it 2 or 3 times a week. Like I said, I've just been using it once a week, which is good because you don't actually get a lot in here, in my opinion. Comparing it to a face scrub or comparing it to other tube type face masks, 30 millilitres actually isn't that much, especially if you think single-use sachets of like face masks with lots of liquid in them, or even the lighter ones, they're like 10 millilitres, so you'll only, like, if you're generous with this, you'll only get a couple of uses anyway, which does make me think £26 is a bit much for this. Yes, I'm sure it has very nice ingredients, but I don't think I would buy something like this for this price when I can get a regular face mask for proportionally a lot cheaper. So yeah, mixed feelings. I like the feel and I like the effect, but I don't think it's worth the money still. Next up was the Garnier Ultimate Blends Honey Treasure Strength Ultimate Restorer Balm Hair Mask thing, with the little packet here in the sachet. I do think if you had anything sort of slightly longer than my hair, because I've had my hair all cut off, it's actually relatively short, that sachet I don't think would have been particularly enough for a lot of people with longer hair, which is a shame because the full size of that face mask is only like £4 or £5 for a whole tub, so it's like we're getting a £26 facial scrub that doesn't really feel worth it when they could have given us a £4 hair mask and you could have gotten the full size one. I think in a way I might have preferred that more and just had a single use sample of the abrasive face scrub, maybe, I don't know. It's just with this being such a better value product. It was interesting to actually get to try the face mask part of the Ultimate Blends stuff, because I have actually already tried the shampoos and the conditioners, like I said in my last video, and then nothing amazingly special. But actually, having tried the face mask, while I appreciate I only got to try it the once because it was a single-use sachet, I think actually the mask might be the nicest part of the whole set. if you buy sort of all the items to do the whole regime. So I can see why you might go ahead and just buy the mask if you wanted. It was actually really good. And out of all of the shampoos and conditioners in the same line, I would say the mask is sort of more on par with something like Aussie than their shampoos and conditioners are. So actually from the single use that I tried of the hair mask, which you can't tell sort of the long-term effect of anything from a single use, but it felt nice and my hair felt really nice after using it. Next up was the Ciate paint pot in Iced Frap, which is pretty much what I felt about it in the video. The formulas are the same as ever, which is that you can put it on in a single coat and it is opaque enough that you could get away with putting a single coat on. I'm wearing it now. Like, if you look super close, you can see the whites of my nail tips through it, but you actually can't, particularly on the video, because most people aren't looking that close at your nails in your day-to-day life. So that level of opaqueness might bother, say, a proper nail tech or a proper nail video maker, but for a normal person, a single coat of the Ciate formula is absolutely fine, which is nice because it means you're not spending a million years doing 2 or 3 coats after doing a base coat, before doing a top coat, blah 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 blah, because I hate all of the time that it takes to do nail polish, which is partially why I don't like doing nail polish so much. But it was super easy, the brush was nice and usable, the colour is nice, the sort of consistency is that nice, not too thick, not too thin, where you can paint it exactly where you want to in one coat and it isn't running all over the place. So as nail polishes go, I do actually like the Ciate ones. I like their consistency, I like their formulas. I'm just not terribly into nail polishes, but if you are, they are actually a good brand. Colour-wise, I'm still not sure how I feel about it. I think it's a bit of a strange colour. I think depending on your skin tone, it might look a bit weird, but it's nice enough. There we go. And I'm just wearing it with the Essie Quick Dry top coat because it's super cheap and affordable and I like how it feels on top of the nails. The one time I did try we got a Revlon Gel Envy Diamond top coat nail thing a while ago in GlossyBox and I really disliked the consistency of that, so I haven't actually used it since then. I wasn't particularly tempted to use it on top of this one because I didn't like its squishy, bouncy, I assume, imitation gel formula. I guess that just means gel isn't for me either. And then last up we had the Me Cosmetics Beat the Blues Gold Oyster Gold Highlighter, which I remember saying would pretty much be my favourite item in the box, and I still think actually it pretty much is. Having used it quite a bit now, I've got it on today, I don't know how much you can tell. Yeah, there we go. It is super pretty. Very nice and golden sheeny and super affordable at only £7, because I think these are supposed to be dupes of the Benefit highlighters in the very similar package. Obviously this is a lot cheaper than that. The only thing I would say is the consistency isn't perfect. It's a little gloopy, and when you put it on, if you're not super careful, it can end up looking a little streaky if you just think you can sort of put it on and then go. I find you have to put it where you want it and then kind of tap around it to blend the edges in, otherwise it can look a little bit streaky. But for a really pretty item that is a little cheaper than some of the other stuff that's quite similar, I think that is sort of a fair payoff, that you have to be a little bit more careful in applying it to get similar results. But I think this is really pretty. I suspect I'm going to be using this loads over the summer because I like the way that it makes my skin look, that nice golden sheen there. Really nice. And there we go. So that was my catch up for the box. I think overall still very positive feelings. I think there's just a lot of items that if I personally was spending the money full price on those items, I think it would be fair to say it about all 3 of these, the nail polish, the face mask scrub and the perfume. If I was going to have to buy these full price myself, I don't think I'd be that tempted to buy them. whereas the other items, funnily enough, the cheaper items, the hair mask and the Me Cosmetics thing, having now tried these, I think actually I would go on and buy them myself if I'd had the chance to buy them, because they were both really good. But the other items aren't terrible. It's not like they were bad, I just don't think they were good enough for the money that they cost. So that was the catch up. I have actually had the dispatch email for my March GlossyBox, which we should all get a sleek palette in it, which I'm super looking forward to. The one that I picked was the very neutral, not a lot of shimmery or bright colours ones this time, because I've managed to accrue quite a few palettes at this point that are all shimmery, and I want something that has lots of more neutral shades and more blending shades and staple shades at this point. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully I get the right palette. I know sometimes people don't, or I assume everyone has picked the one colour and then they run out of it and things like that. So I should have that in the next few days, and I'm super looking forward to it. And I'll see you again next time. Hello, this is Michaela of Studious Octopus, and I'm here today recording the February 2017 UK GlossyBox unboxing.
Hello and welcome to Silent Hill 4. I'm Peter.
This is Michaela.
Let's get started. I'm going to pick normal.